What's up, bro?
What's good, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Got the NFL over with. All Star Weekend coming up, but it's time to get into some of this NCAA basketball. What you think about that?
Man, that makes me extremely excited. It's always historically my favorite time of year. Ever since I watched Romeo Robinson and Glenn Rice light up the tournament way back in what was that, '88. It's the most competitive basketball that you see, and so definitely love the NCAA tournament.
Hey, man, that's my favorite time of year. And even before the tournament start, I guess it's still a tournament. I like conference tournaments too. Ever
Yeah.
since I've been into basketball, man, it's been my favorite time of year. Like it just do something to me, some extra energy, man. So, who you looking at this year? What you think? Who you think? Oh, I mean,
It,
talk
it's
to me.
it's it's tough to pick, man, because conference play has really has shook things up, man. I'll start with the Big 12. Like you can't make a bet in the Big 12 these days, because there's so many good teams in the Big 12. You got six teams ranked, in the top 25, and you got guys, flat out balling. And so Kansas, Texas, Baylor, um, Tennessee. The Big 12, I mean, well, Tennessee is SEC, but the Big 12 got, Kansas State, TCU, all these teams are playing really well right now. So, you know, I think a good place to start would be, in the Big 12. What do you think about Kansas and how they playing?
They playing good ball. Don't get me wrong. It's Kansas, so you know they're gonna make some type of run. But I actually don't think I don't see them. I don't see them getting to the Elite Eight if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kansas is a juggernaut every year, right? Like we said.
Right, right,
But with Jalen Wilson, dropping 21 points, 9 rebounds a game, they got that star quality that, makes them, somebody you gotta watch, right?
right.
And,
That might
and
turn up in the tournament.
yeah, they liable to turn up. And when you got a guy that can go get his own shot and get a basket anytime you need it,
Right.
that's always dangerous. you know. But they got some tough losses. They've lost to Iowa State, Baylor, Kansas State, Tennessee, and TCU. But again, like I said, most of that is conference play. And conference play is always tough. You always get some upsets in conference play, you know, just as Purdue, because Rutgers beat their ass this year and last year. So, you know,
So I'm just go just so for the nosebleeders to know because it's the nosebleed. I haven't seen all these teams, not for the whole 68 tournament. I've been flicking in on and out. But now I'm finna get straight on it because it's that time of year. So now I got to
right.
tune in on everybody. But from what you said, like you said, conference play is conference play, and Kansas gonna be there. So I'm not even really worried about them so much. But as far as pick 12, your Iowa State, Kansas State, you know what I'm saying? Kansas State, I seen them play a couple times, and they gave I think they beat Kansas actually when I saw them.
Yeah, they Kansas State got, what they definitely beat Kansas.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I saw
Yep.
that. And they, like I said, they coming up, but it's the tournament. And Kansas State, Iowa State, them teams don't do nothing in the tournament.
Yeah, the reason why K State's so dangerous, they rank number 34 defensively in the country. And, when you got a defense that's going to get out there and, be physical and, defend and then more importantly, get that defensive rebound, you're always going to be dangerous. And if you can beat a Kansas, you can upset anybody in the tournament.
Let me ask you this: how many teams do you think the Big 12 will get in?
That's the question, right?
Give or take. Just throw a number. Give me something.
I,
After
I
all
would
them
say
teams you just said,
I would say 5 or 6. I see them getting it. I think they'll get the most, and I see them at
you think
least
so?
at least getting 5 in, huh?
You said the
I
most
think
out of
they'll
any
get the most.
conference?
Yeah, I think they'll get the most out
No,
of any
bro.
conference.
No, bro. I think ACC or the Big Ten gonna get 8.
No, man, the ACC, man, Duke and
They
North
give you 8
Carolina,
teams on top. Duke getting in just because it's
they're
Duke.
not gonna get in. They don't have what quality wins do
Dude
they
is
have?
Duke. It's Duke.
No,
The
I don't
tournament
see
ain't the tournament if Duke ain't playing.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't see Duke or Carolina making the tournament this year. And like,
What?
I don't see
What?
Duke or Carolina making the
Bro,
tournament
don't
this year.
nobody turn to the tournament to see Xavier.
Man, listen, they're in Carolina's in like 8th or 9th place in that
I
conference.
got nothing to do with that. It's still North Carolina, man.
Now,
It's
I
still
mean,
Duke.
the best team in that conference right now is probably what, Virginia,
Let me ask you this.
North Carolina State,
Miami. But look,
Miami,
Virginia
DC.
or
Yeah.
Miami. But now let me hit you with this one. Tournament time. You know, we always talk about putting the product on the floor and selling tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina and Duke go sell you some tickets.
I mean, if North Carolina and Duke make the tournament this year, it's unfair to the rest of the teams.
Oh, there you go with that.
They haven't put.
I hear you, man. Nobody. This tournament time, man. I want to see Duke. I want to see North Carolina.
They haven't put a quality product on.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Duke is number 4 in their own conference. North Carolina is number 9 in that same conference.
All right, let's flip it back around. Everything that we talk about. Last 4 in, you trying to tell me I don't know, San Diego State, BYU in.
I was just going to say, yeah, you said it right. You picked the perfect team. If San Diego State doesn't get in and you put a Duke or North Carolina, it said San Diego State is the 93rd ranked offense in the country. They're 32nd in the country and rebounded. They get 7 steals a game defensively. I mean, San Diego State is a better team than Duke or Carolina right now.
The name on the front of the jersey matter in college, bro.
Nah. I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Oh, man, come on, bro. I thought you agreed with me, man.
No, I hear what you're saying. North Carolina State is a better team than North Carolina right now.
Okay, so
North Carolina State, the 23rd ranked offense in the country.
I agree with you on that one. I agree with you. I agree with you on everything you said. Duke or North Carolina. And see, like I told you, I started my premises off by saying I haven't seen all these teams. But at the end of the day, Duke, North Carolina is what makes this. Matter of fact, that go back to what I said, the conference tournament. All they got to do is make a little noise in the conference tournament.
They need to win their conference tournament, in my opinion.
Both of them can't win it, though.
Well, right. One of them don't deserve to be there. I mean, if Duke makes a run, they both can't get in, man. If Duke makes a run, I hear what you're saying, but if Duke makes a run and win that conference tournament, fine, they should get in, of course. Conference, but let's say Florida Atlantic loses in that conference tournament, and you go with North Carolina over that Florida Atlantic team, led by my former 21st Century Charlotte Cougar, Johnny L. Davis. You know, they're the 20th ranked offense in the country, the 42nd ranked defense in the country. They're 23rd in rebounding in the country, and they shooting 48% from the 3. It would be a travesty. That's my word. It would be a travesty if Duke or North Carolina would get in over Florida Atlantic, who's going to be going into the tournament with 2 or 3 losses.
Bro, both of them going in. I'm going to tell you what, the travesty, if you want to talk travesty, that's if Kentucky get in.
Another one.
I know another one. That's the one that's on the outs. I think Kentucky should get in too, but I ain't gonna even teach you. One of them gotta go.
All 3 of them need to be out unless they win their conference tournaments. They haven't played well enough. I mean, shit. I would even say a Northwestern right now has a better chance
from Big Ten.
Man, Northwestern got some great wins. You know, they beat Indiana, they beat Illinois. They got a few tough losses in there too.
I told you I got 8 going in from the Big Ten. I got
8?
Bro, Purdue?
No way.
Purdue?
Yeah, Purdue, yes.
Look at your notes. Hold up, hit my 8. Listen to my 8 and give me some. I got Purdue, Indiana, Illinois,
Northwestern.
State.
No way.
Hit me out. Hit my whole 8 out before you jump on me. Iowa? No? Maryland?
I mean, again, it's the Big Ten, and as much as you love the Big Ten, I love the Big Ten.
Bro, that's
if the Big Ten gets 4 teams in the tournament, they should be blessed this year. I mean,
4.
4. I think
Come
Northwestern.
on, bro.
I think Northwestern, Illinois, Indiana, and Purdue should get in. Purdue is a lock. They got the
What
best
about
player
Rutgers?
in the country.
What about Rutgers?
Rutgers, all they do is upset Purdue, but they really don't do anything else. You know what I'm saying?
That was huge though.
Yeah, I mean they beat Northwestern. They didn't beat Illinois. Illinois whooped them twice, and they didn't beat Indiana. So like I don't see Rutgers, getting in. I mean, they can go and wreck shop in the baby tournament.
Well,
What's the
off top? I'm just gonna tell you off top. Like I hear you, man, but I ain't gonna let you. Michigan State, you say no?
No.
So ain't none of the big dogs getting in. This gonna be the weakest tournament ever.
Gee, Michigan State, Kentucky, North Carolina, and Duke
will be at home.
They're not trash, but they do not deserve to make the tournament unless they win their conference tournaments. Now, if they win their conference tournaments, go ahead and mess it up. That would be great discussion, right? Go ahead and put Indiana on the hot seat. Go ahead and put Illinois on the hot seat because Michigan State has made a run and won their tournament. Go ahead and put Virginia on the hot seat.
Let me ask
put
you
Miami
this.
on the
how
hot
many,
seat.
I think, I don't even want to say how many seasons. At least 1 or 2 of them Mike Izzo championships came in them down seasons when they wasn't supposed to make the tournament.
Man, again, all I'm saying to you is those legendary coaches.
Not Mike, Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
A lot of those legendary teams right now have not gotten the job done during the regular season. They have very few quality wins. They're beating the teams they're supposed to beat, but they haven't made any noise and beat, big teams. And so I'm looking at my top 25 and I'm trying to see a team that's lost to Duke. And in the top 25 right now, there's not a team, and I'm double checking my notes, but there's not a team that's lost to Duke. UNC has a quality win over North Carolina State. But Pittsburgh lost to Duke. I got Pittsburgh ranked 29 right now in the country. They got a loss to Duke. But besides that, that's it. There's no way that Duke and UNC can get in with only 1 win over a ranked team. Man.
You might well call it the Duke and North Carolina tournament. They getting in the tournament. All right, that's not even an option. I hear you, but
I mean, and I hear you, and you're probably right, but it will be some bullshit.
When can you remember the last time neither one of them was in?
I mean, it will be the first time in a long time, but it's deserved.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. It's
deserved.
They always told me life ain't fair.
No, life ain't fair.
Okay, so don't want to hear that. So, I'm just gonna tell you off top.
I would be very upset if Duke got in over Missouri right now. Missouri and my man Dre Ghostin, probably the most clutch player in college basketball right now, and Kobe Brown leading the way. They got wins. They got some quality wins. They beat Tennessee at home.
They laid an egg the other night, man.
They laid an egg
ESPN against Auburn.
I'm surprised you don't like them. They're the 16th ranked. They're the 16th ranked offense in the country, brother.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I like them. I was upset because they laid an egg. I had got down, sat down and got my popcorn ready. I'm like, oh, this was a game. Energy was in the building, and it was 23-2.
They shoot 38% from the field. They're number 2 in the country in steals. They get 10 steals a game.
Bro,
all they doing is shooting the passing lane and shooting threes. That's your type of team.
In the tournament. I like it. I like it.
Missouri
and I like that
deserves to get in the tournament.
Nah, man. I got them in here. I'm looking at my notes. I got Missouri in there. But
they got some bad losses. The loss to Kansas was bad. Alabama put a whooping on them.
How can you call the one loss to Kansas a bad loss? Kansas is always a top squeeze.
Well, because that's a rivalry game for them. And they should have played Kansas better. Yeah, but they should have played Kansas better.
Get another shot at it. But Alabama, you just hit on it. That's the team I'm looking for to win it all this year. I like the kid Brandon Miller, man. That kid nice.
Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller is nice. 19 points a game, 9 rebounds.
As a freshman.
Yeah, as a freshman.
Getting it in. Yeah, I like that kid.
He's definitely putting in work. But, the best player in the country right now is Zach Edey. You know what I'm saying? At Purdue.
Yeah, but.
23 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 blocks a game.
I mean,
when the last time a big dominated college basketball like that?
Hey, he a big dude though.
Yeah, we haven't seen a big dominate college basketball.
I want to see what he gonna do in the tournament though. I want to see because I regular season and conference stuff all look good, but tournament time is when
Shaq didn't do nothing in the tournament, and he had a great NCAA career.
Why you put Shaq under the bus like that? He was picking up the tournament.
Man, he stuck that shit up, man.
Okay, I got you.
He didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? But Zach Edey got them boys. They're the 10th ranked offense in the country. They're number 1 in the country and rebounded. I mean, they only got losses to Indiana, Rutgers, and Northwestern. And so, I see Purdue having a nice run in the conference. I mean, in the tournament. But I think the best team in the country, man, is right here in Houston, Texas. The University of Houston, brother. They are no joke.
Hey, but they play hard though.
Yeah, they play hard for their coach. Sampson. Yeah, they play hard for hard for them, bro. Yeah, they get it in. Marcus Sasser is probably one of the best players in the country right now.
I got Memphis getting in too out of that AAC.
Oh, hell no,
bro! I got them getting in. You don't think Memphis?
No, I do not.
Man, bro,
I do not.
What do
Kenny and them boys?
How do we be looking at the same stuff and see something totally different?
So because you're looking at the names of the programs and saying historically these teams are great.
I'm looking at game.
I get it. Okay. But you're saying because they're the Lakers of college basketball, they deserve to get in. And I just don't see it that way.
What do you see? How do you see it?
I see a lot of strong teams, and there's a lot of parity in the NCAA this year.
Bro, don't nobody want to see all this Princeton basketball. I know I don't.
Man, first off, go back to University of Houston. University of Houston, number 2 defensive team in the country.
Oh, no, they play ball.
They're the number 3 offensive team in the country.
No, they play
ball.
You know
what I'm saying? They're the number 7 team in rebounds.
What seed you got? Where you got them at?
They're 1 seed, no doubt.
No, hell no. Oh yeah. You're right.
They gotta be a 1 seed.
Who your top 4 1 seeds?
Alabama, Purdue, U of H, and as much as I want to say UCLA with Jamie Jaquez, I'm gonna go with Kansas.
Okay.
So I would say Alabama, Purdue, Houston, and Kansas.
I got Texas.
Texas is not a bad pick, but they got some bad losses, man. They lost to Tennessee. They lost to Texas.
I was just to stir it up. We agreed on the other 3. I was just telling you. You said UCLA. I'm Texas.
I would love to see Texas get busy, man. I mean, Austin is jumping with, anytime basketball is going down, and with the Final Four being in Houston this year, Texas or University of Houston making it is gonna be a home game.
We got a nosebleed to go be in the building.
Yeah.
They can't have no game in Houston and Chaos ain't gonna be in the building.
Man, you already know I'm gonna squeeze in there at the top, man.
That's what it is.
Give me that $900 seat up here at the top.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, can I sweep up some floors or something? I should.
Right. I'll pass out some popcorn. I just want to be in the building.
Hey, so all right, let me ask you this: what you like? How you like Marquette this year?
I like Marquette, man. I like Marquette a lot.
Me too. Okay.
I see Marquette making some noise this year. The only thing about Marquette that makes me a little nervous is they lost to UConn. And then they also lost to Wisconsin. But with them having the number 9 offense in the country, they average 9 steals a game, G. So, you know what I'm saying? They really mix it up defensively. And I can't pronounce his name, but Ballo averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks a game, man. The kid he's tough down there. So I can definitely see them, making some noise. And the one thing about him, he defends the rim well. And so, I'm a stickler for defense, especially when it comes to tournament time, when you're gonna have offensive teams that are gonna be really, really good, right?
Right.
And so
right.
a team that at least makes it tough for them to score is definitely gonna get a little further. So, Marquette, I see Marquette maybe in a 3 seed, 3 or 4 seed,
Okay.
and make it a nice little run, maybe Sweet 16.
Right. I like that. Let me throw out another one at you. Let's see. Let me see in my notes who I like. I know you ain't going to agree with me on this one, but what you think about Arkansas?
Yeah, I think Arkansas is one of those bubble teams right now, G. And I don't
Bubble?
I don't see Arkansas making it.
Damn.
If it's gonna be it's gonna be tough. Arkansas is one of those teams that's gonna have to win their tournament, I believe,
Okay.
in order to get in.
I think they're gonna get in, hands down, unless they just do something stupid in these last few weeks.
It just don't. Yeah, I see Arkansas in the same boat with Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a few quality wins. They got a decent record on the surface.
I guess.
But I think it's easy to leave a team like that out.
Let me explain this to you. So I go back to what we was talking about Duke and North Carolina. When you start, like you said, they got some decent wins, this and that. If it comes down to apples and apples and oranges, Duke and North Carolina getting in. I'm just trying to explain to you, because like right now, we sitting there. I did that on purpose when I said when I brought up when you brought up Pitt and I said Arkansas. When you start reaching for them and it ain't really looking that good, let's get Duke.
So you gonna get an 8 seed Duke or a 9 seed
Hey, over Arkansas or Pitt.
We've seen this with Carolina in recent years. We just haven't seen it with Duke. I think last year North Carolina was a 9 seed last year or something.
It's the same
or
thing.
the year before.
Because
so I mean we'll see, man.
It ain't the same thing.
They let them in, man, to get knocked out in the first round, in my opinion. But I got a sleeper team for you.
Okay.
My sleeper team is St. Mary's, G. St. Mary's. St. Mary's.
They play ball, I think, with Gonzaga.
Yeah, they're in that Mountain West Conference.
They've been right there. They've been right there for the last 4-5 years, right on Gonzaga heels.
They on their heels. They number 6 in defense in the country, number 28 in offense, number 2 in rebounding, shooting 40% damn near from the 3-point line. I see St. Mary's. They don't have a lot of star power, but they play well as a unit.
Hey, bro.
So
I promise you, man. I love having these conversations with you, man, because I got all my notes right here. I ain't wrote St. Mary's down.
St. Mary's, G.
Crazy. I hear you though. I can't knock it because I did everybody but St. Mary's. But they go back to what I'm telling you. I'm on Duke in North Carolina. You don't X them out. You got St. Mary's in the tournament.
I got St. and making a run. I got St. Mary's making a run.
You got them at least getting to the second weekend.
I got them making it to the Sweet 16.
Damn, I gotta see the matchups first. I can't really say who doing.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Let me get my brackets. Let me get my brackets first.
Yeah, let me see the brackets.
Yeah, let me get my brackets.
I see St. Mary's making a run.
Okay.
I see St. Mary's making a run.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, like you talking about sleeper, because I wrote that down. Well, not even really sleeper, because it ain't a sleeper, but if they ain't careful, if they get the right bracket, Baylor go mess around and get back to the championship.
Baylor,
okay.
To me, G, Baylor this year. I mean, Alan Flackler is a heck of a basketball. Huh?
They play D.
Yeah, he's a heck of a basketball player. But they're not even ranked in the top 100 defensively this year. And last year, no. And last year, their defense was, what carried them. Now, what's carrying them this year? They offense. They number 8 in the country offensively. And they shooting 39% from the 3-point line. So they putting in work, man, but they got losses to Texas, all conference losses too. Texas, TCU, Iowa State. The loss to Marquette is I guess okay. Virginia beat them. That's another highly ranked team right now. And K-State beat them. And that's why I keep saying about the Big 12. You're talking about, the Big 12 is only going to get 3 or 4. I see the Big 12 getting 6, maybe
I said,
7 teams.
yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about
Because
that.
they're beating each other up in
Yeah,
conference
they
play.
beat each other up, but you stretching with that 6, 7.
I said 6 at first. I threw the 7 in just to see what you was going to say.
You stretching it. But I stretched it with Big 10 when I said 8.
Man,
So,
that's what I'm saying. Like, hey.
Hey, man, hey. These predictions, man. This that early season. We ain't even had the conference tournament yet, man. I'm just getting excited
Right.
to see them talking ball. Can't wait to
Yeah.
start flicking these games on.
What do you think about UCLA?
Oh, I like UCLA. I think at best, I think UCLA. I don't want to say 2, maybe a 3-4 seed.
Yeah.
Because I can say a 2 because they've been
I
looking
can
good.
see them being the 2 seed.
Me
I
too,
mean, you
but
got when
I
you
don't think
think
they're
of
gonna get it because UCLA ain't got the cachet that they normally have. You know what I mean? So people overlooking them.
They the 4th ranked defensive team. They get 9 steals a game.
Okay.
They 52nd in the country in rebounding,
Who they
which
best
means
player this year?
they know how to shut down a defensive possession, right? And then they're 45th in offense. They only got losses to USC, Arizona, Baylor, and Illinois. And that Illinois loss was early in the season.
Who they best player this year? I'm not up on them like that, but
Jamie Jaquez, he's their point guard. He's averaging 17 points a game.
the guy with the all the hair?
Yeah. Well, no. This guy almost looks like he Asian or something. But he probably Hispanic. But with the last name Jaquez, I guess so. But 17 points, he's a real shifty point guard.
Okay.
But he don't do a lot of passes. He only averages 2 assists a game. But he's getting 2 steals a game on his own. Like he really ushers their defense on.
Okay. I hear you.
I saw them lose to Arizona. That's the one game I saw this year, from beginning to end. And they played them tough, but Arizona was at home, and Arizona is a decent team every year, let alone at home. So
I'm gonna say you're right. Arizona. You got any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions.
I think Creighton. What about Creighton? I think they go get in.
I see Creighton making it.
Okay.
I see Creighton making it. They're the 48th offense in the country. But they got some bad losses. They got losses to Connecticut, Arizona State, Nebraska. That Nebraska loss might harm them.
Let me ask you.
They lost to Texas and Arizona.
Do you think Oregon go get in?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't get Oregon getting in unless they win their tournament. Oregon just haven't been consistent enough for me this year.
Okay.
What do you think about UConn?
I think UConn gonna get in. Like I said, that's another one of them names, man. You if nothing else, what people don't understand about the tournament is that's like a new season. So no matter what they did in the regular season with their teams and this and that, it's certain names that travel well that's gonna spend good money on them tickets. They gotta put them in these tournaments.
Now you talking about the politics.
Man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's part of that's part of this world, man. What you want me to leave it out?
Man, I mean, I don't want you to leave it out but that's that bullshit in the game. That means the little guy can't get in and make any noise because shit, how many conferences is it? So at least 25 spots is gonna be taken up.
25? I think it's more like out of 68. That's why they expanded it. I think it's 38 to 40. That's gone.
Spots that's gonna be gone automatically.
No matter what.
Red from conference tournament.
And you telling me Duke and North Carolina and UConn ain't getting in them 38?
No, man. I can't see it.
Okay, well, when the brackets come out, just know that
look, when the brackets come out, we'll have that conversation because I'm gonna be shitty and salty if a Florida. I don't see Florida Atlantic lose to anybody in the conference tournament. I could be wrong. They did get beat by UAB, but I mean, if a Missouri don't make it, and I don't get to see the most clutch player in the country, DeAndre Ghost, to play in the NCAA tournament, man, that would be a travesty.
Okay. Okay. Well, when the brackets come out, we're gonna sit here and go over our picks and who gonna win what. Da, 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 da. We're gonna see what do what. So
Yeah,
you got
definitely.
any other teams we missing before we
No, I
finish
mean,
house
of
out?
course we probably missed somebody, but I think we talked. Oh, we haven't talked about Indiana and Trace Jackson Davis. I mean, he's nice. 16 points, 8 rebounds. They beat Purdue in Indiana. That was a good win for them. But again, they lost to Northwestern twice this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that makes them
But you
shaky.
said Northwestern was nice.
Northwestern, they done got their reputation of beating Indiana and Purdue. Like, those are their quality wins this
That's
year.
all you
So
need. Hey,
yeah, that's
but
all.
you know what? Look, man, I just to let so the nosebleeders know this is just a introductory to us get ready to jump full throttle into college
NCAA
basketball.
tournament. Yep.
So as the game's coming on, we're gonna be watching them and we'll be able to report back to
Yeah.
everything
Hey,
we've been talking
leave
about.
your comments in the comment section. Hit us up on our IG at the
Let us
Nosebleed
know
Sports
who
Talk
we be
Plus.
looking for.
Yep. Or hit us up on our Gmail at Nosebleed Sports Talk Plus. And you tell us some teams that you're thinking about, and we can definitely debate them. Do you got your shout out for the Nosebleeds today, G?
Hey man, like I said, my shout out is just strictly letting them know. Hey, like you said, let us know what we're missing. If we ain't talk about your team, tell us why your team is ready, so we can look at them, put our eye on them, and see what's up. We'll talk about them. What's
Yeah.
your shout out?
Hey man, my shout out is to all those high school players, man, who looking to make the NCAA tournament. This is my favorite. I told you, as a coach and a principal, my favorite time of the year was this beginning push to teams trying to win a state tournament and watching seniors fight and battle for another game. So to all the high school seniors out there preparing to play your last couple of games, man, get out there and do your thing.